Yeah, that's right, everybody. Me and Xlong just made a huge trade. Daigogetsu returning back to Space City, just like in Season 1. As you know, Daigogetsu, one of the best players. If you don't know, I'm Compass, owner of the Space City Comets. Coming back here, announcing a trade today, a huge trade. I gave up a huge haul today. If you like Power Pros content or the EPL, make sure to like or subscribe on the video. And let's get into this trade. Well, first off, we gotta go over the start of the trade. Daigogetsu. I received him in this trade. He's one of the best pitchers in the game. He's pretty much unhittable a lot of the time. He's an S tier pitcher in the right pitcher's hands. He does have Tyrant, which he held MC Scales, one of the best hitters, to no hits without Tyrant. So I'm planning to use him with Tyrant, so he's gonna be even more deadly. Did take a haul to get him, but that's the type of value that you have whenever you got a top pitcher on your hands. We also got back Verrese in this trade. He should be a pretty okay reliever for us. He does throw 155. Does struggle against some left-handed batters. Not someone I'm particularly excited about. Definitely a downgrade from the players that we traded away, which we will go over in a little bit. But he's not an unusable pitcher. He does have a little bit of speed behind him, a little bit of bad perks like poise F, that left-hand batter's F. But he should be serviceable enough in a reliever role. I have decent hopes for him that he could get something done. The next player we're receiving is U.Mitsumori. Not an outfielder I'm particularly high on, but not the worst outfielder. Definitely a usable outfielder with the mood swinger. Nice running abilities, pretty decent fielding, pretty decent speed. Should be able to run that corner outfield pretty decently. The hit isn't the worst thing in the world, especially with mood swinger. He's definitely going to serve the purpose of getting around the base pass. Just kind of someone you got to take on whenever you're giving up as much value as you are for a player like Daigogetsu, but definitely going to get some time out in the field, I would say. And the last player we traded for is Furu. Furu is a first base. He has power. It's literally all he has. The contact is very, very, very painful, very killer. He can't really field at all. He's not going to be a backup first base for us. But, he does have power. If we can locate a pitch at the right spot, we could probably hit a bomb. He has some nice perks on him, but, not particularly a good player. Someone that's good on lock on 3, but just on lock on or no lock on 15 contact is just really hard to get your PCI on something, especially if you're big swinging, which if you're using Furu, like, you ain't gonna be doing nothing else. Well, those are the 4 people I traded for. Let's go over the people that I traded to get them. Alright, and the first pitcher we traded away is Hokuto. Hokuto was our best pitcher. Did take the L in this past week against YG. YG kind of killed Hokuto, but Hokuto was on blue mood, so not too indicative of his true abilities. Has a pretty quick fastball with that A heater. I'm sure that Xlong is going to love it. The forkball and the cutter are both deadly too. They're both level 6. He doesn't really have too many other perks other than that. He has that 2-seam fastball. He doesn't have any perks other than the heater, but he's a very deadly pitcher and definitely a top B tier pitcher, but just not on the level of a Daigogetsu, which is why I felt like I needed to trade for someone like that. Alright, and the next player we traded away is Go. Go is a pretty nice player. He's our starting third baseman and a pretty good pitcher, but as you saw last week, Yabe absolutely destroyed him, literally mercy ruled him by the end of the second inning. That's kind of unacceptable for us as a team. uh, we just couldn't rely on someone like that can just easily get destroyed like that. I mean, you're watching it right here. He's absolutely killing this man right here. I mean, we had to get him out of there. Um, we didn't really. We definitely downgraded with Verrese. Go, I'm kind of shitting on him right now, but he is a good pitcher. He does have a heater, I think, and he throws 155. Got Dr. K, so all his pitches level up whenever he gets 2 strikes. Is a pretty decent pitcher. Has worked well for me before this week. Also a nice third baseman. He has a clutch, I think. Nice contact and power hitter with B in both contact and power. Pretty decent on the field. Not terrible. I would say he's about as close to Kiyomoto out there at third base, which I mean, not a top tier fielder, but definitely not a bad fielder in any means. He has A throwing or B throwing, something like that, something that helps out at third base. But I think Go is going to Sir Bacon Bits. He X Long, he made this into a 3-team trade. I'm not too sure what's exactly going to Sir Bacon Bits, but I think Go is a part of that. Next player we traded away is Handa. Handa is like one of the best pinch hitters in the game, especially with that pinch ability. Got slugger, bunch of power, pretty high contact, great trajectory. I mean, he's a super valuable player, but I just felt like I didn't have the backups to really use him like I wanted to use him. I felt like he really wasn't getting a lot of time at the plate because you really got to pinch hit him. He's not going to be playing a position for you. But I didn't have the backups. I felt like he was expendable. I mean, he's gotten maybe 1 or 2 at bats this season so far in the 3 weeks. I mean, I was expecting a little bit more, but X-Long definitely got a great pinch hitter out of this. If he can take advantage of him, he's going to have a great hitter in his hands, a great power hitter whenever he needs to bring up a power hitter. Um, it's just a great pickup for him. I mean, and not someone that I particularly used a lot, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. Even though this guy was definitely not trash for me, I just couldn't really find a spot for him. Alright, and the last player we gave up is Kogarashi. I mean, Kogarashi has Glover, but the 10 air resistance, it pretty much kills her. Pretty much just a pinch runner and not really even particularly a good one. I mean, not worried about giving up Kogarashi at all. It's not someone that I'm going to lose sleep at night for. Yeah, overall, I really like this trade for myself. I mean, of course, we were getting a top tier pitcher. Did have to give up a whole lot for it. I mean, a lot more than X-Long gave up for Daigogetsu, that's for sure. He definitely came out a huge winner in all of this. He gave up red for a whole lot of assets, but yeah, that's the type of price that is asked for whenever you're trading for someone that throws 170 kilometers per hour with 99 stamina, has Tyrant, Iron Ball, can also slug for you if you need. I mean, he's basically gonna be better Furu. I mean, Furu's kind of expendable. I'm pretty happy with this trade, and I personally, just looking at, I think it's a win-win trade for both of us. I mean, he gets a lot of value out of Daigogetsu. I'm getting a top-tier pitcher that I feel like I can rely on against these top-tier players once playoffs comes around. And we're facing Pump next week, which, I mean, Daigo is not going to be there until Game 3, but he's going to be there in Game 3, and I'm hoping that he's going to be able to do something against Pump. But yeah, I think that's it for the trade. I think that's it for the video. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If y'all like EPL or Power Pros content, of course the new game is going to be coming out soon. Make sure to like and subscribe on the video. I'm Compass. Make sure to check out all the links in the description, the Twitch and the Discord and everything. The Summer Koshien is going to be starting up on PlayStation pretty soon, so that's going to be fun. I'm Compass signing out. See ya.
Not one championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.